everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18 on EA Sports. The Texans come into today's matchup wanting to find a way to walk out of the stadium with win number 5 on the season. It's the Colts going up against the Texans.
All right, thanks, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas at NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Indianapolis Colts. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. This is Lamar Miller. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And ready now for 2nd and 9. Again, it's Miller. Oh, what a move. Fights through, and now a crease. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coach some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking downfield. Might want to take that course.
To throw on second is Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. There's the rookie from Texas, Deontay Foreman. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Here now, Shane Leckler, 41-year-old punter, to kick it away. Chester Rogers deep for Indianapolis. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. We're set on 1st down. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. And on 2nd and 10 now. Here we go. They'll run with Darkwa. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
So they run it on 2nd down. Now let's see what 3rd down brings here for the offense.
Here we go. 1, 9, 1.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. It's caught. Kamar Aiken. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Miller. Gets past one man. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Barkevious Mingo. From his outside linebacker spot, he comes up to drop him for a loss of 10. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Let's go. 1, 9,
A shotgun snap for Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Here's Shane Leckler now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch.
Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And it's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. The Broncos have taken the early lead, and we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go here on 2nd down. They'll run again now with Darquan. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now Darkwa. They find some open field here. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Give them a lot of credit. They ended up running the ball on a key third down situation. They were staring 3 and out in the face and found a way to flip the script and keep the ball moving on offense.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll try to throw now. Brissett got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go. 1-9.
On 1st and 10, Brissett. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. So we've got a 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
Again, it's Brissett. And Aiken with it over the middle. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Let's go.
On 3rd down, Brissett. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And we'll see what the decision is here as they've got a 4th and 1 coming up. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
Yeah, as an offensive coordinator, if you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work. But in his defense, this has been a stifling defense so far. So they've got to start finding a way to unlock them as this game goes on.
And they'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now the backup Savage. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jonathan Hankins in there to sack him for a loss of 6. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Lucky 56, Lucky Clifford,
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And this is going to be incomplete.
But no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. First down, Brissett under a heavy rush, and down he goes. J.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 5.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Second down, Brissett. And this one's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Gun, Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Brissett now. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hurry up, here we go.
After the interception. Here's Savage. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Here's Foreman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit, here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. After the run, Savage going to throw now. That's complete right around the 8. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
With Foreman, and this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs, and let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing on 3rd down, it's Savage. Being chased out left. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Around the NFL, they're in the 2nd in Philly. The Broncos, they're continuing to pour it on. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Here we go. Red 38.
Throwing again, Brissett on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position.
Lucky 56. Set.
Well, now they'll try the end around. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down. They go play action with Miller. Now it's Savage. Going deep for Hopkins. And the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one.
To throw on third down. Savage. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Around the NFL, they're into the second quarter of the Meadowlands. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Fresh set of downs here. Here's Bissett. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. On the run, Darkwa. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's Darkwa. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Brissett. And he's got Moncrief. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The passing game for the Colts finding its stride. Another first down. Brissett to throw on first. To the right side to Aiken. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A second down throw for Brissett. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney. Coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7.
The Colts on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
To throw, Brissett. It's complete to Turbin. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They begin with a run by Miller. Quick move by Miller. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando, where we'll check in with Larry Ridley. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Moncrief brings it in. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Let's go! Brian 38! Ohio! Let's go!
Brissett now on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Third and short yardage, Brissett. And that is incomplete.
And we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This one brought in by Dorial Green-Beckham. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Hurry up, here we go. Leopard! Leopard! All right, now look at 56.
Now Foreman muscles him off. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Miller. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. The Texans on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Savage. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
We're set on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. from the gun. Here's Brissett. Catch left side here by Aiken. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. The Colts send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. Oh, look at the juke. Hopkins, he's all alone. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, 92 yards. And the Texans will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. And the Colts getting ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
A first down throw for Brissett. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Doyle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Throwing, Brissett. And Daniels has it, left side. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Flush to his right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Play fake, Brissett. It's caught right side by Daniels. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. On 1st and 10, Brissett. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. J.J. Watt in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down. Then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
The Colts on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Gun Brissett. He's going to look deep down the field. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. Brissett. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw is Brissett. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll run with Miller. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Check. Hurry up, here we go. Blue landing. Watch it now. Let's go. Blue leopard. Here we go now. 56. Blue landing. 56. Blue landing. Watch it now. All right, here we go.
From the gun on 3rd, Savage. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That's good for a Texan 1st down, a 12-yard pickup. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there. Single receiver. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw, Savage. On the right side, this is Miller. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14.
Now a handoff running off tackle right. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Completes it to Moncrief, left side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Mario Williams in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. On third down, Brissett. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got Moncrief. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it's good enough for an Indianapolis first down. Here's Brissett. Flushed out right. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They'll run for it here. This is Prosh, the fullback. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. He had it online, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups. But here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run. This is Robert Turbin. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Texans are going to win the football game. Elsewhere, they're on to the 4th quarter at MetLife Stadium. And the Giants have extended their lead. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. Shift together here from the D-line. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Texans, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Los Angeles Rams. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Pittsburgh Steelers. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.